Let's go for a drive. It's filming day.
In 500 feet,
Whoa.
turn right onto Pershing Avenue.
We're gonna film a video today with a Cybertruck. Not this one, another one. Got something special, kind of cool, not expected.
Turn right onto Pershing Avenue.
This YouTube thing is really new for me, and it's actually been a lot of fun just getting to talk with people and answering questions and dealing with the trolls. But we'll see. It seriously blows me away that people watch this stuff, but then again, like I eat it up. So we did get a new version of full self-driving, so we're testing that out right now. This would be 15.5.5.2, I believe. And the biggie that I've been seeing online is the left-hand turns seem to be much better. In my other videos, I had some situations where the left-hand turns were
turn left onto Madison
very sharp. They'd either be cutting into lanes, or if there's a car
now turn left
over there and I'm turning left, it would not go around it, but kind of go towards it. I'm sure it made a lot of people feel a little uncomfortable. So we'll see. I don't think I'm going to notice a difference with this left-hand turn. I mean, that's seems like it's done that every time, so that's fine. See if we can find some situations where there's vehicles and things in there. This would be a cool little drive through a really nice area. Hoping everybody's getting ready for Halloween. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. Tomorrow's Halloween. We'll see how late it decides to rain, how much fun it ruins. This weekend we were messing around in a parking lot doing some like self-parking. It was really cool. We had this one example where activated self-parking in a parking lot in the grocery store, and it did a couple like weird movements, and I'm sure anybody watching would have been like, what the heck, like what's going on? And but it was the truck adjusting itself, and it starts backing up, and there was a guy and his kid who saw, and it's backing up, and like he like kind of runs over and is like, all right, you can come back, parking up next to one of those spots where there's like a tree in it and stuff. So he's like, you can keep going, and and it parked. And then, you know, we got out and we told him, we were like, it was parking itself, but thanks for the help. And he was like, oh my gosh, I blew him away. It was kind of funny. I was at the bank, and they've seen the truck a couple times and saw that it was wrapped in stuff and was talking about, oh, it looks so much better black and that kind of thing, and showed one of the guys had come out and like looked, and never seen the inside. The inside, you know, is wild, but you know, I don't know what people expect. They see the outside of the truck and it's goofy and it's crazy, and then they look inside and it's like very minimal. It's like not what you would expect, really, but then again, it does look like a spaceship, so in a way it looks like you would expect. Yeah, really cool. I sold my I had a 2005 F-150 that I sold. Now I don't need it, and let the guy, he rode in it, and then I let him drive it afterwards, and he was always like indifferent. He was like, I don't like them, like they're cool, I guess, but didn't know really anything about them. And then showed him, you know, it's a truck, here's the bed, there's, you know, he's familiar with EVs, so he gets the, you know, there's no oil, there's no gas, there's no engines type of thing. But he always thought that they were wacky. It's a whack vehicle, and it is. But after he got done driving it and stuff, after you experience it yourself, I don't think people aren't the same afterwards. He's like, all right, from now on, when I see him, I'm not gonna talk about him the way I used to. So it's really cool. It's fun to experience that too. I feel like I'm in a bubble.
Turn left onto Folsom Auburn Road.
I feel like I'm in a bubble with being as close as I am with this stuff because I geek out. I like it. But it's kind of cool when other people get to experience it for the first time. I get to relive that same feeling through them, and then it is really mind-blowing. Like, you don't understand the technology that's inside of these things until you get to experience it. And all of a sudden, you know, any negative headlines or anything like that that you might read just goes out the window. You know, you've seen it firsthand. All right, so here's a left-hand turn.
Now turn left onto Folsom Auburn Road.
And that's perfect. Like, even when we started that turn, there was no issue in my head that it wouldn't make it or it wouldn't be smooth. So that was good. I've noticed the stopping has been a little bit better on this version of full self-driving. Previously, I don't know if it was every drive, but it was most drives where we would come in hot to stop cars. But we'd always stop and it'd always be fine. If I had people in here, I'd probably be a little uncomfortable for them. Imagine, you know, a passenger doing the invisible brake. But this has been a lot better. It's been a lot better engaging, and I don't know what that is. So you're just along for the ride on this one. I think this is going to be a pretty smooth ride. There is a merging lane, you know, up here, and it's one of those roads where you know, the speed limit, I don't know what the speed limit is. Let's just say it's 50, but everybody drives 60, and I don't know what the auto speed limit will be, or what it will want to drive. So that'll be interesting, but otherwise it should be a pretty smooth ride. I don't really have anything around town that I can think of anyway that's like, hey, let's put full self-driving through their paces like I know those other guys do. I guess I have some like freeway things, but we would have to go, we'd have to just be freeway driving, and then the only eventful pieces would be like the off ramps and on ramps. It'd be just as boring as a video. Man, I really like the way the new Model 3s look. I think they look sweet. I can't wait to see the Model Ys refresh like that. The Hummer EV. If he wants to race, we're going off full self-driving right now, and I will race. But he doesn't. Doesn't matter. We're racing to the light anyway. We win. I'm still trying to put together a local coffee and cars type of thing, but with EVs. And I've met a couple of people with some cool EVs. Got a couple of like a Kia EV6. There was a Porsche EV that was really cool. I've seen a couple of Hummer EVs. I've never been able to find the person whose it was at these car shows. So, but I'd love to ask somebody to be there, just answer some questions. I think they're really cool. There it is. Heavy vehicle. That thing is so crazy. Here's a could be a hot opinion. I think GM, as opinionated as I want to be over them, over Mary Barra, you know, all the things. I think that their marketing is doing it right. And it goes back to the whole principle on, you know, why I wanted to do the cars and coffee thing is people don't really fully understand the EV experience. So they are looking for range. Range is like the #1 thing that everybody asks about. And GM is giving people, you know, Silverado, 500 miles of range. Oh my God, Tesla doesn't have 500 miles of range. Now the nerds and the people who understand know that, you know, they can, any car company can double up their battery pack and boom, this truck would have 600 miles of range if they doubled up the battery pack. But now it weighs twice as much, it's twice as, or it's less, it's half as efficient. It takes twice as long to charge, it costs twice as much to charge. And I think those will be surprises after the fact for a lot of people, but they can promote that they have a 500 mile range vehicle and people love that. That's just my opinion, hot take. I'm curious to know, anybody with a Tesla, doesn't have to be a Cybertruck, but anybody with a Tesla, and their first Tesla and their first FSD drive, how long did it take you to be comfortable with the car driving itself? You know, I think the first time you approach a stop sign or a stoplight where there's cars already stopped, your anxiety is just kind of sky high, like, oh my gosh, what's this thing gonna do? But then when it stops, and it doesn't just like, oh, that was close. It stops, it starts to slow down and stop comfortably. You're like, all right. How long did it take you before you were comfortable with just letting the car do its thing? For me, it was scary fast. People will always ask, you know, isn't it scary letting the car drive itself? I'm like, you know what was really scary is how fast I was confident in letting it drive itself. It was like, you know, 10 minutes talking. It wasn't like, oh, I had to do it a couple times. I don't know. My very first time was in a P100D Model X that I rented off Turo. And we went on a little road trip to Southern California. And I was the guy that got yelled at because I whipped out my phone and was just, you know, recording. Oh my gosh, look at it, I'm not driving. I can look at all the things. And then it beeps at me like, pay attention. Sorry. But it was minutes before I'm like, all right, do it. So the speed limit's 45. And this is decent. Doing 46. Don't have anybody riding my butt yet. This road is just, it's notorious for its 2 lanes, 1 on each side, double yellow line for most of the way. So everybody likes to just go as fast as they can. I like letting the car drive itself on this road because it's kind of windy and turny, and the turns are pretty aggressive, so the car can't really see around the turn. And one of the things that you guys can't experience watching this is anytime that there's like a jerky stop, like if it's kind of not sure, you'll feel it. And the only way that you would be able to kind of feel it in a sense is by watching the speed kind of slow down. This is not good. This is, the light's green, so I don't really mind right now, but I am in a keep clear. That's a fire station to my left, so I don't particularly like that it did that. It's a Plaid Model X over there. Yeah, we should not have stopped in a keep clear. These are all those weird things that you wonder. It can drive perfect, you know, it can drive great, uses its blinker, so on and so forth. But those weird things, you know, at train tracks, there's often that line kind of far back that's like, stop here if the light's red, don't stop further up, type of thing. I've not run into that, but I wonder these things. I wonder what it will do. And in that situation where we were in a, you know, keep clear, it was a fire station to the side, and we did not. I have no doubt those will get worked out, but those right now are the things that make me go like, all right, we got some work to do still. It's a super nice day. It's a little cloudy. Getting ready for this rain. But I want to make this video I'm going to my aunt and uncle's house. Shout out Misty and Joe. Thank you for letting me use your garage. Your clean garage. I was like, I guess I'm going to film this in my driveway. And one of the things I need to do is lift up the truck. And I don't necessarily want to make a video of me jacking up a truck on a slanted driveway, no thanks. And then my garage, I have another car in there, a 67 Mustang that's does not run, so it's a little tight. I do park the Cybertruck in the garage too, with just enough space for the garage door to close, and just enough space for me to get out, and just enough space for me to get inside the house. This isn't bad. I was genuinely worried about how fast or slow I would be going on this road, and more times than not, I've noticed when the road is kind of windy and weaving like this, that it tends to stay a little bit on the slow side. But you know, this is great. No, I did not mean to sound like Tony the Tiger right there. just hang here, or will it speed up a bit? Slows down just a bit on the corner. Yeah, this is just one of those drives that just is nice, just enjoyable. If I didn't have to keep my eyes on the road, I'd probably lean the seat back a little bit, close my eyes, take 5-10 minutes just chilling out. I love it's so silly to care about like the speed, because I think we do it instinctively. We're just either on the accelerator or kind of out of the accelerator, and we just do things by feeling as we're going. So for me to not be doing that right now, I'm a geek over, okay, it's 50. And I know that most of us driving would probably see what we can get by with around these corners. But this is like, it slowed down just a little bit and went through them super confidently. Like, it didn't slow down like it was unsure about anything, but it's been cool, it's been nice. What's up, guys? How's it going? Beautiful day. That was so smooth. That was so smooth, transitioning from stopping for that red and then going for the green. It was not aggressive or anything. That was insane. Cool up here. All the trees are finally starting to get their fall colors. Hello, person. Did you guys catch the Lucid that just passed us? Another thing that just popped in my head, that's noteworthy is washing this is like super easy. It's a big vehicle, but I feel like washing the Model 3 takes longer than washing the Cybertruck. I'm not particularly sure why. Like there's so much glass on this, and then like the bumpers and the rocker panels and whatnot aren't painted, so like I can use a brush with a handle and just boom, all the glass, which is almost the entire front of the car. That might be our answer. Plus the window for the roof, the tonneau cover.
In 1 mile, turn
Like I said, the bumpers, the rockers. You just go around the car with soap and that brush. Boom, that's done. And then foam up the painted bits. Use a sponge, and even if you're like rotating the sponge every panel, it takes no time at all. And then drying it is just flat surfaces, so it's super easy. So if you want to get a Cybertruck, the one reason I would recommend everybody getting one is because it's easy to wash and dry. Right, we're almost here. Again, sorry that it was boring. I genuinely appreciate everybody that has banned for the ride today. Can't wait for this this other video to come out. Should be filmed today. Could probably put it together tomorrow, so maybe Friday, this weekend, sometime. I don't know. Look at that, that's pretty.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Gavin Circle. Now turn right onto Gavin Circle.
We have one more left-hand turn that we'll see how sharp it wants to cut it.
Now turn left to stay on Gavin Circle.
I think this will be fine. I don't know. I don't know. That was a little sharper than most.
Now your destination is on.
But okay, guys, I'm going to end it here. I need to pull up into this driveway. And thanks again. We'll see you on the next drive.